Lydia Daydall, Fight Connect TV, proudly sponsored by ESBC Boxing Game and in association with Empire Fight Store. I'm delighted to be here at the launch of PFL in the UK and delighted to be joined by the one and only Rory McDonald. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks.
How has your experience in the UK been this time over?
It's been good. I just got here yesterday, so it's nice.
We're super excited with the launch of PFL, and as we can see from the launch today, you know, they don't do things by halves. It's a big kind of fanfare. How excited are you to have the prospect of being back in the UK and fighting?
Yeah, I fought here a few years back against Paul Daley. It was an amazing experience. London fans are awesome. They know the sport, so I'm super excited to come back here.
Absolutely. One of the talking points that Garrett pointed on with yourself today is, you know, the longevity that you've had in the sport, and you still continue to impress fans, to, you know, put on great performances. For you, what has been the secret to maintaining that in your career?
Well, I think just having that approach of, you know, going out there and trying not to take damage. You know, I've obviously had my some fights where they've been wars, but the majority of my fights I go out there and I come out pretty unscathed. So I think, you know, trying not to just go to war every time is, you know, a big part. Training smart, keeping yourself healthy in the gym, you know, it all adds up.
We see with a lot of the newer fighters that are coming through, they see the sort of impact that when they do go to war and they do get like a really flash knockout or whatever it might be, it goes viral, and so they sort of chase it or they hunt that. But in terms of having longevity in a sport like this, it may not be the best option. Would you agree with that?
To go for knockouts?
Yeah, to solely want to just go to wars all the time to impress the fans.
Yeah, no, you'll definitely have a shorter career, and, you know, your health is going to pay the consequences for it if you're just going to go in there and trade. Some guys are really good at that, so that's what they have to do. But I feel like for a guy like myself who prides himself on, you know, my skill set, it's important for me to go out there and fight the smartest way possible with the skills that I've learned.
Absolutely. And, you know, having the experience of being with different promotions throughout your career and now being at the PFL, how has the sort of layout or the sort of the playoff kind of stance that the PFL are trying to bring to the UK, how has that you know, been for you? Have you adapted to it well? I mean, it looks like you have, and it's been good, the short turnaround of fights that you have in this system.
Yeah, so I fought last year with the PFL. It didn't go my way, but it was a great experience. I learned a lot about myself and how to train properly. So I'm looking forward to this year. I've made a few changes from what I've learned in the last year, and I feel at my best, and I'm going to carry that over to all my fights and, you know, climb this ladder and be the champion.
As you mentioned, the last time you fought in the UK was against Paul Daley, Semtex, who just recently retired and had a great final fight. Did you watch it, and do you have any comments on how he performed?
Yeah, I seen the knockout. I thought it was awesome, you know, very Paul Daley fashion, so very happy for him.
For you, you know, to see guys like Paul that you've already fought now retiring, you know, other guys that have been in the sport when you started, they've also retired, and for you still to be going from strength to strength, you know, do you feel proud of yourself? You know, do you kind of, does it rectify that this is what you were meant to do and you're here to do what you are doing?
Absolutely, I feel like this is what I'm meant to do. You know, I feel like my passion has been reinvigorated. I found a home in Texas for my training, and I just found a lot of joy in my training and competing again. So I'm super happy to be where I'm at. I'm healthy. I'm feeling very blessed to be here at the PFL, and things are great. I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, final question. You know, a lot of the newer guys that come out in the sport that are turning over, that are starting out their journey in MMA, they'll take a lot of inspiration from words that you say, from following your career and following what you've done. What would you say to them starting out their career? What advice could you give them? And what fighters, new guys coming out, have you recognised and kind of said, there's something there and I think they'll do something really good in the sport?
Well, you know what? I think just staying in the gym, staying focused, training smart, you know, trying to improve in all areas of the sport is very important for myself. But other guys are very good at, you know, specializing in certain martial arts. So I think it really depends what kind of fighter you are. But just being in the gym, staying focused, you know, not getting distracted with the lights and the fame or whatever comes along with it, or the attention. I think seeing the sport for what it truly is and the martial arts is a big part of it, and just to stay focused on achieving your goals.
Any standout fighters that you've recognized along the way?
There's a lot of fighters. I can't pinpoint one, but there's always good guys coming up in the gym, like, surprising me. Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, listen, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Rory McDonald for Fight Connect TV. Thank you very much, Rory.